After about 16 years and a quarter million kilometers spent test driving hundreds of vehicles on snow and ice, I thought I'd put this quick video together to sort of show you everything I know so far about modern winter tires and modern all-wheel drive. And I guess it's pretty simple. What I'm trying to show you here is what a good set of winter tires and a good all-wheel drive system look like in action. And fair warning, if you're a seasoned winter driver, you're not going to learn anything new here. Instead, this video is one that I'm hoping will help someone buying their very first car, or maybe trying to decide on how to spend the family budget on a new car or crossover. When it comes to equipping yourself the best that you can for this sort of driving, there's one thing that's more important than everything else, and that is the tires. So the first thing to remember is that all of the traction aids, stability control, and all-wheel drive and ABS can only work with the grip that they have available, meaning if you buy a brand new vehicle and drive it in the snow on all-season rubber, you're missing out. If you're going to spend the money on the features and engineering, it's almost silly not to spend the money on the tires to make sure that all of that stuff works as well as it possibly can. And the difference between factory all-season rubber and a quality set of winter tires is massive. We're not splitting hairs here. Now, my favorites are Michelin X-Ice, Bridgestone Blizzaks, and I run both Cooper and Pirelli winter tires on my personal vehicles too. So the gist, I think, is don't sweat the brand too much. Just buy a quality set of winter rubber from a brand that you're familiar with, preferably after consulting an expert or two, and then you'll do just great. Do you really need winter tires if you have all-wheel drive? Yes, and two reasons. First, winter tires make your all-wheel drive work better, and second, all-wheel drive doesn't help you stop on snow and ice, and winter tires do. And about that all-wheel drive, if you have to pick between winter tires and all-wheel drive, I'd go for the winter tires every time, and for the same reason. And also on all-wheel drive, I'd say that if you're an average driver buying a modern vehicle with all-wheel drive, you won't see a massive difference between the various options available from the driver's seat, at least not the way that you'll be using the vehicle the majority of the time. Now, some cars have sportier all-wheel drive systems that are better for snow drifting, some dig a little more than others before four-wheel traction engages, and the very vast majority seamlessly give you exactly what you expect, point-and-shoot traction with no decision-making or effort required. And so to summarize my thoughts, all-wheel drive is great, but winter tires are better if you have to pick one or the other. Don't sweat the winter tire selection too much, but do stick to a reputable brand, do a bit of research, and run your choice past a knowledgeable salesperson before you buy. And also, don't worry too much about which all-wheel drive system is best or worst. For most of the driving you'll be doing most of the time, you'll hardly be able to tell if there's even a difference. And I'll finish with my number one winter highway driving tip, which I figure is largely to thank for an accident-free pass through that 250,000 kilometers of driving I mentioned at the start. And that tip is to leave an almost awkward amount of space between you and the next vehicle in traffic at all times that you can. Thanks for watching. Safe travels.